Well, hello, YouTubians. Yes, as you can see, I'm sporting a new look, and no, it wasn't on purpose, or the look wasn't intentional. I decided I'm going to trim up my mustache and goatee, and it's hard to do with glasses on, so I decided to leave them off. And well, I mean, as y'all know, I only need my glasses to read, walk, see stuff like that. So anyway, that's not what I'm making this video about. I just thought I'd comment on it. Hopefully, in the next video, most of it will be grown back out again. Uh, and I'm fixing to start. I'm gonna quit shaving my head as much as I hate to. Uh, Got to grow some hair for the hair follicle test when I go back to work. So as soon as that's done, though, trust me, I'll be shaving it again. Especially being on the road, I'd rather keep my head shaved. That way, I ain't got to worry about shampoo or waking up with a bad hair day. But anyway, what I was wanting to talk about today is some of the truck stops I used to love back in the past. Now, I wouldn't even know if a lot of these truck stops are still there, are still open anymore. I imagine a lot of them have changed, because of course TA and was it TA and Petro went together, and Flying J and Pilot went together. Loves is still out there doing its own thing, I guess. But there was a lot of truck stops. Now there was a couple of mom and pop truck stops that I went to. I remember one in Mississippi. I can't tell you where at in Mississippi, but golly, had enough parking for about 3 trucks, and there was 2 in there, so I parked, and some of the best food I ever eat. But anyway, as far as truck stops that I can remember that I used to really like, one of my favorites, and like I say, don't know if it's still there. Can't remember what exit it was, but it was up on the thruway up, I believe that's Interstate 90, the thruway in New York. Or actually, it wasn't in the thruway in New York because it was in Erie, Pennsylvania. Maybe that's Interstate 90. I can't remember. But anyway, it's called the Green Shingle. Really nice truck stop. Huge showers. Good food. Really liked that one. And then there was one, I wouldn't even come close to telling you what the name of it was, down in Nogales, Arizona. And you used to pull in there, and they had a breakfast. I mean, this breakfast was huge, and it came with like 4 pieces of ham on it. So you could only eat a couple of pieces of ham. But the lady that ran it there, she would take your plate when you were done, and take and make you 1 or 2 ham sandwiches out of the ham you had left on your plate, so that you could take with you. I always thought that was so cool. And then in Abilene, y'all tell me, what is the name of that one right there, kind of in downtown Abilene? I think it was a Conoco. Pretty good sized truck stop. Really had good food. I like that one there. Now then, out in the west, and I'm pretty sure I ran into one in Iowa and one in Nebraska, and I don't know if they have them anymore. But Sap Brothers, I always thought that was a good truck stop. Had good food there. And Bosselman's in Nebraska, I believe it was Lincoln, Nebraska, where I ate at Bosselman's. They had real good food, nice clean showers. I don't know why I really like this TA, but the one in Wheeling, West Virginia, kind of set up on a hill, just beautiful scenery all around it. I remember eating that Jack Daniel's steak. Oh, it was good. And then don't forget the Triple T, the Tucson Truck Terminal. I'll never forget the first time I pulled in there. It was actually my first time being out that far west. And remember pulling into the parking lot, the thermometer said 121. And I remember opening the door. It felt like opening the door to an oven. It was hot. Woo. I know it's a dry heat, but I don't care. 121 is hot. It was real hot. But I always liked the Tucson Truck Terminal. And that's some of the best that I can remember. Now, I will make another video once I get back out on the road of some of the current truck stops that I like the best. But like I say, these were some of the ones back in the day, and mainly, I guess, mainly going for the food. Like I say, Green Shingle had the great showers and good food. Nogales, I don't even remember if they had showers. I don't know. But it was just so awesome that the lady would fix you a couple of sandwiches to take with you. And never was charged extra or anything. It was really cool. And like I say, the Triple T, I've been in that in several times. Always thought they had really good food in there. Don't know if it's still there or not. And in Joplin, the Petro in Joplin, I believe, must have been redone because I saw a video from a good friend of mine, a good YouTube friend. I believe it was Neil Shane Otts. He was at that truck stop. It might have been another one, but I think it was him. And I don't remember that truck stop looking like that back when I was there, so they must have redone it maybe after the big tornado or something. I don't know. But anyway, this is a short video just to kind of check in. Y'all have any ideas on content you want me to cover or anything like that, please shoot me a message. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the down button if you don't like it. And if you don't like it, please let me know why. I mean, I'm not going to berate you or anything. Just, it may help me make better content in the future. Like I say, I'm just kind of biding my time until I can get back out there on the road, and then the videos will be a lot better. I guess I can update. I don't know. It's still neck and neck as to where Swift or Maverick. I got to admit, I know Maverick, it takes them a long time, and apparently they're not in a hiring freeze, but they're in a slowdown because they have really low turnover because they are a good company. But I did send the recruiter an email just touching base with him, and that was like Thursday of last week. Haven't heard a word from him, and that just don't sit well with my craw. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, just at least you can say, hey, yeah, everything's on track, everything's fine, or we don't need any more information, everything's good. Or hello, yeah, I'm still here. Anything like that, but to just ignore me, that really don't sit well with me. And another thing, and I have to check it out with them to be for sure, but when I talked to him before, the guy was pretty sure that I will not be able to get a Texas learner's permit before going to their truck driving school in Arkansas, which means I just have to do everything there at the school. And if I do go with Swift, I can go ahead and get my learner's permit and a lot of that stuff taken care of before I get there. Now, I know Prime changed their policy to where they actually take learner. I'm not going to go to Prime, don't get me wrong, but I'm just thinking if they could do it, I don't understand why Maverick couldn't do it. They take the learner's permit from the state of your residency. You go ahead and do your physical, DOT physical, and probably drug test. I don't know about that. You may have to just do the drug test when you get there, but you do the DOT physical, and they pay for it. And go ahead and get your learner's permit before you go to their school. So I don't understand why Maverick couldn't do that. And maybe they do now. I don't know. If they do, they've changed it. So there's just there's quite a few things that are making me lean kind of towards Swift over Maverick. Another thing is all the dedicated and regional type runs they have. I got to admit, I ran most of my time before OTR was up in the Northeast in Canada, and I just got sick of that area. To be honest with you, I didn't do a whole bunch of running out west or northwest or even southwest or southeast, which is always talk about not a lot of freight coming out of Florida or the southeast. But I don't know, with Swift, we'll have a lot more opportunities to stay out of the northeast as to where it seems like that's the main running areas for Maverick. I don't know. Like I say, it's not a deal killer or anything. I just can't say 100% what my choice is going to be just yet. So we'll just wait and see. But I think Swift may have edged just a little bit ahead of Maverick, even though their pay is a little bit less. It's not a whole bunch less, but it is a little less. But being able to pick areas you want to run in and all the freight they have and all. Being able to do my stuff in Texas, uh, just barely notched them ahead, just barely. Uh, Unless I change my mind again, which could happen. You never know. But anyway, this is a barbecue trucker. As always, please don't forget to thank the military, police officers, first responders, and Lord, please move over for any kind of emergency vehicle on the side of the road. Move over or slow way down, especially tow trucks, any color flashing lights. It could be a guy out there fixing a tire for someone who had to have a tire fixed on the side of the road. Don't put their lives in jeopardy and basically ruin your life. Move over, show them, give them a break, and also keep the rubber side down. And this is a barbecue trucker. We'll see you in the next video.